Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai be the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. I do not own the copyright to this music on these coming out of these motorcycles, children bicycles, with radios. I do not own the copyright to this music coming out of the motorcycle. Alright, we're going to get into the fourth kingdom, dealing with prophecy. Start with the book of Daniel, Daniel chapter 2. Now Daniel, he prophesied about all the kingdoms pretty much in the world. Let's start with Daniel chapter 2, verse Daniel 2. Yeah, Daniel 2 and 36. It says, "This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king." 37. "Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom, power, and strength, and glory." 38. "And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heavens have he given into your hand, and have made thee ruler over them all. Thou art men of gold." So he was telling Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, that he was the head of gold. And 39. "And after thee shall arise another kingdom." So he's saying, Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, after you is going to rise another kingdom. So he prophesying another kingdom coming after Babylon. It says, this is Daniel 2:39, "And after you shall arise another kingdom, inferior to you." So that kingdom that was after Daniel, that was the Persians. And they was inferior to Daniel. See, they wasn't superior. I'm not Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar. The Persians wasn't inferior. So they wasn't as strong as the Babylonians. It says, "And after you shall arise another kingdom inferior to you, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth." So that third kingdom of brass, that was the Medes. Because you had the Persians, the Medes, and then the Greeks. what the Greeks, Salakia. That third kingdom was the Greeks. It says, which shall Pharaoh rule over all the earth. So that third kingdom was the Greeks. They was made of brass. Verse 40. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all these, and as iron that breaketh all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise. So this fourth kingdom was the so-called Roman Empire. Now, this fourth kingdom never came out of rulership. Because when you get to, you drop down to verse 44, he transitions from the fourth kingdom to 44. It says, in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So that fourth kingdom was the last kingdom. Now, we're going to go to Daniel 7. Now, Daniel was prophesying about these kingdoms hundreds of years before they came into power. Because he was during the Babylonian time, and the Persians hadn't took over yet. Okay, verse 7, he breaks down these four beasts. I'm going to start at verse 3, Daniel 7 and 3. This says, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. So these four beasts was different one from another. And he pretty much breaking down the same beast that was on that image. Verse 7, he goes into this fourth beast again. He said, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. So that's what he said in chapter 2. It says, and after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and now the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. So this fourth beast, Daniel breaking it down. He talked about it in chapter 2. Now, in chapter 7, he talking about it again. He says that the fourth beast got 10 horns. So he goes into some other stuff, and he jumped back in talking about the fourth beast in verse 17. He said, these great beasts, which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth. So these beasts was kings. It was kingdom. And he was prophesying these kingdoms. Verse 19. He says, then I thought I would know the truth of the fourth beast, which was diverse from all the others, exceedingly dreadful, whose teeth were of iron, and his nails of brass, which devoured, break in pieces, and stamped the residue with his feet. Now you remember, that third beast was of brass. That third beast was the Greek. So it says, and his nails of brass. Verse 20. This is Daniel 7 and 20. And of the 10 horns that were in his head. So this beast got 10 horns in his head. And of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Verse 21, it says, I beheld, and the same horn made war with the saints, and prevailed against them. Jump down to verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall arise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. So let's get into Revelation. Revelation chapter 12. Now it's going to describe the same beast, because this beast has a specific identifying mark. Okay. Revelation 12, starting at, I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. So that's them 10 horns. That was in Daniel 2 and 40. Let me make sure. Daniel Daniel chapter 2. Might be Daniel 7. Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and 7. He talked about those 10 horns was going to be on the fourth beast. So that's the same beast that he was talking about in Revelation. Because Apostle John knew about the precept upon precept, the line upon line. He knew about to the law and to the testimony, with Isaiah 8 and 20. Now, verse verse 4 will let you know what this beast, what time period this beast was in. Verse 4, Revelation 12 and 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be devoured, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. So we know that was Herod. Herod, he was in the Roman Empire, and he was standing over Yahushua, who they ignorantly called Jesus Christ. He was standing over him, trying to devour him as a baby, because he sent his men out to get all of the children. But let's read it. Let's get it. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. So he was trying to find out when this star appeared, or this UFO. In verse 8 it said, he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye have found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him. So he using trickery, trying to get knowledge of where Yahushua is at as a child. Verse 13, it says, And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. See, Herod was an Edomite. You can Google it, put in Herod, he gonna go back to the Edomites. His father was a certified Edomite, and this is who the Romans was. But he identified the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire put Herod up as king over Judea. And they were the ones who enslaved the Israelites. That's one piece of history that identifies the so-called white man as being the Edomites, plus being the Romans who was over the nation of Israel. Now it said that fourth kingdom was going to have war with the saints. Look at what the dragon is going to do. Verse chapter 12 and 17. It says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which kept the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua Mashiach. And that testimony is the spirit of prophecy. Now you go back to Daniel 7. Daniel 7 and Daniel 7 and 21. Daniel 7 and 21. It says exactly what Revelation Revelation 12 and 17 talked about. It says, this Daniel 7 and 21, I beheld the same horn made war with the saints and prevailed against them. See, and then he goes in verse 23, he goes right into the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. See, Apostle John, he's describing this fourth beast. Now when you get to chapter 13 of Revelation, he described the fourth beast of war. He started chapter 13 describing this fourth beast. He said, verse 1, Revelation 13, and I stood upon the sands of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. There go them 10 horns again. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. So this is the same beast that was in Daniel chapter 2. This is the same beast that was in Daniel chapter 7. This is the same beast that was in Revelation 12. Now, let's get 17. This is Revelation 17 and 3. It says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon the scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So it was a woman sitting on the beast, sitting on this fourth kingdom. See, now this woman that was sitting on the beast, she was described in 17:18. It says that the woman which thou saw is the great city which reigned over the kings of the earth. So it was a great city that was ruling and reigning over these 10 kings. Now in verse chapter 17, what is it? Verse 12. Now, Revelation 16 and Revelation 16 and 12. It says, and the 10 horns which thou saw are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast. So the beast and these 10 kings, they gonna have the same kingdom. That's that fourth kingdom. Now, mind you, Daniel 7 and 23 said the same thing. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Jump down to 24. It said, the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. See? So the 10 horns was 10 kings. And these 10 kings was coming from the fourth kingdom. This fourth kingdom was the same Roman Empire, the same Greeks, the so-called white man who was Edomites. See? Now let's get in the Apocrypha, 2nd Esdras. Now Esdras, he was one of the top prophets and people that was giving the law back to the Israelites. Second Esdras 11, start at I'm gonna get 2nd Esdras 12 and 11. It says, the eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel. So now Daniel, he talked about in 2nd Esdras 12. So that eagle, let's get verse 1 to get the context. 2nd Esdras 11 and 1. Then saw I a dream, and behold, there came up from the sea an eagle, which have 12 feathered wings and 3 heads. So this eagle is the same beast. Now it's gonna say it in verse 39. I'm gonna start at 39, but the point is in 40. It say, "Are not thou it that remain of the 4 beasts?" See, that were the 4 beasts that was in Daniel, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their time might come through them. Verse 40. And the 4th came. See, that's that 4th kingdom. And overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. So 2nd Esdras talked about the eagle and the 4th beast. This 4th beast was the Roman Empire, the so-called white man, the nation of Edom. Now, let me go back into Daniel. Daniel, the 2nd chapter, 7th chapter. Now Daniel 11. Daniel 11 and 41. Daniel named names, and he identified his fourth kingdom and their accomplices. He identified this fourth kingdom and their allies. Now Daniel 11 and 41. See, he gonna identify them. He gonna name them by name. He not just gonna say beast or some kingdom. 41 it say, he shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom. See, that go the so-called white man. He's identifying them. See? And here go their accomplices. And Moab, that's the Chinese. That's why they're naming their nuclear bomb Moab. It says, and the chief of the children of Ammon. The Japanese, they got a close alliance with America and the so-called white man. Now, let's go to Joel. So Joel identify this last kingdom. Joel chapter 3. Now, we know in Revelation 16, it talks about Armageddon, the third world war. See, that last kingdom, that's going to have to battle with the Lord, Yahushua. But Joel 3 and 2, it talks about it. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and parted my land. Jump down to verse 6. It's going to name that third beast, the Grecian. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Now, these Grecians was the third beast in Daniel. It was made of brass. But jump over to 19, it's Joel 3 and 19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. So that Egypt can go for, I do not own the copyright to this music. Joel 3 and 19 identifies that fourth kingdom, that last rulership, to be Edom. And them the ones that put the Israelites into slavery. Let's go to Psalm 83. Because it names, just like Daniel 11 and 41, it names the so-called white man and his accomplices or his allies. This is Psalms 83 and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against your people and have consulted against your hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. Verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom and of Ishmaelites and of Moab. See, that's what Daniel said. And the Hagarim, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek. See, naming all of those adversaries of the Israelites, just like Daniel. And them always been the adversaries of the Israelites. Now let's get into this fourth kingdom. Revelation 6. Just giving you the same description that Daniel and that Revelation 12, Revelation 13, Revelation 17 was given. It says verse 6. Chapter 6 of Revelation. It says, and I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, come and see. So you have four beasts, which are, when you look at Daniel and Revelation and Second Ezra, it's talking about a kingdom. The beast represents a kingdom or kings. Now, verse 2 represents Yahushua. It says, and I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. So that's Yahushua. He gonna be on that white horse. That's exactly what Revelation 12 did. It described the nation of Israel. Then it went into the nation of Edom. Then it went into that fourth beast with 10 heads. So Revelation 6 doing the same thing. He went into the white horse, described the nation of Israel. Then verse 3. And when he had opened up the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. So now you got another beast, and it's separate from the white horse. And he gave them back to back to let you know that this is talking about the nation of Israel and the nation of Edom. But he's going to describe them in verse 4, Revelation 6, verse 4. He says, and there went out another horse that was red. See, that red stands for the nation of Edom. Edom means red. See, because they gave that name to Esau, had the red pottage. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. See, that's what that fourth kingdom did. The fourth kingdom in Daniel, it was a dreadful and terrible kingdom. It took peace from the earth. It says, and that they shall kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So this red beast is talking about that fourth kingdom that was the Edomites. Now, let's go ahead and throw in Genesis 27. That great sword identifies the nation of Edom. This is Genesis 27, starting at 38. Now, I do not own the copyright to this music. I do not own the copyright to this music. Genesis 27, 38. It says, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, your dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. Here go the point. Verse 40. And by your sword shall you live. So that's that great sword in Revelation 6 and 4. The Edomite was given a great sword. Esau's children was going to live by the sword. It says, and it's back in Genesis 27 and 40. It says, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when you have the dominion. That's the rulership. That's the kingdom. That's that fourth kingdom in Daniel and in Revelation and in 2nd Ezra. It's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his blessing. That thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So this fourth kingdom is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And this fourth kingdom is described and let me get Habakkuk, because Habakkuk also is about the Edomites, and Habakkuk tells you how this the Edomites would be just like this fourth kingdom. It says in the 3rd chapter of Habakkuk, God came from Teman. Teman was the grandson of Esau. They are the Germans. See, they are the German Edomites. Now, when you go into the 2nd chapter of Habakkuk, I'm gonna just get verse 5. Get to the point. It says, ye also, this is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Ye also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. All right, let's get it out of Daniel. How do they describe this fourth kingdom? I'm going to get it out of 2nd chapter. Verse 40. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh into pieces and subdue all things. And as iron breaketh all these, shall it break and bruise, break in pieces and bruise. Now, 7. Daniel 7. I'm not going to get 7. Daniel 7 and 7, it says, after this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet the feet of it, it was the burst from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. Okay. Then 23, Daniel 7:23. Thus he says, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be the first from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth. See, that's what Habakkuk verse 5 said that the Edomites, it said the Edomites was going to devour all these nations. He said, but he gathered unto him all nations. That's the MO of the Edomites, gathering all nations unto himself, or devouring all the nations. Look at verse 8. This is Habakkuk 2:8. Because you have spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil you. See, these Edomites spoiling all the nations. Now let me get Ezekiel 35. Because the fourth kingdom is the Edomites, is Mount Seir. And this is why I'm going into the prophecy about this fourth kingdom. Ezekiel 35:2, it says, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus says the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So, let me get Isaiah. No, let me get Jeremiah 50. It's 51. I think it's 51. Isaiah 51, saying the same thing as Ezekiel. It says, behold, I am against thee. Now mind you, Jeremiah 49, chapter 49, Jeremiah chapter 50, Jeremiah chapter 51 is talking about the Edomites. Real quick, Jeremiah 49:7. Concerning Edom, thus says the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman. See, I go to Temanites and the Edomites. And he's going to start breaking it down. So once you get to Jeremiah 51:25, talking about the Edomites, it says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. See, there go Mount Seir, says the Lord, which destroys all the earth. See, that's what the Edomites do. That's that fourth kingdom. It says, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and roll thee down from the rock, and will make thee a burnt mountain. See? Now let's go back to Ezekiel 35. It says, verse 4, talking about Mount Seir and the Edomites. I will lay your cities waste, and you shall be desolate, and you shall know that I am the Lord. Verse 5, because you have had a perpetual hatred and shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Okay, so this is why we prophesying against this fourth beast, this fourth kingdom. Now, Ezekiel 36 identifies the so-called white man again. 36. 36 and 5. Yeah, Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus says the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea. See, Idumea is another name for Edom. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, and with the spiteful mind to cast it out for a prey. So we know in 1948, these red dragons went to confiscate that land with the help of the Jehovah Wickedness. Taze Russell, he went around telling people to go over to that land and buy up that land. Then you had the Rothschild with the Baphomet Declaration, or whatever they called it. He made a declaration as the British Empire that they could go over there and take over that land. So we know that Idumea is the so-called white man, and they the one took over that land. They are the Edomites. Now let me get that out of the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha talks about this in Baruch. Baruch was the scribe of Jeremiah. I think it's Baruch 4. Baruch 4, starting at 35. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. See, they're not inhabited of no spirits or these angels, fallen angels. See, that ain't what it's talking about. It's talking about the Edomites and Idumea going and taking over that land, appointing that land to themselves with all pleasure. It says, she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time, O Jerusalem. See, that land was taken by the so-called white man in 1948. They was already scheming on it in the 1800s with Charles Taze Russell. He was good friends with the Rothschild. They was helping him in Jehovah's wickedness to start their operation. See, to push Christianity on the Israelites. Now, 2nd Ezra 6 also identifies who gonna be this fourth kingdom ruling in the last days. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, it says, "For Esau is the end of the world." See, that fourth kingdom that's gonna be ruling in the end of the world is Esau, the children of Esau, the Edomites. It says, "And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." See, Jacob is going to take over after the Edomites fall, after that fourth kingdom is destroyed. God set up his kingdom, for that Daniel 2:44. He set up his kingdom. He's going to destroy and break in pieces this fourth kingdom ruled by the so-called white man. Let me get Hebrews Hebrews 11 and 20. This proves that the Edomites ain't done away with, and that the Edomites was given a blessing to rule. Hebrews 11 and 20, it says, "By faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come." So both of them got a blessing. It wasn't just the Israelites that was going to get a blessing to rule. The Edomites, they was going to get a blessing. And that blessing was the fourth kingdom that's reigning on the earth. Look at, let me get Luke chapter 2, starting at verse 1. Show you how these dragons are ruling everything. So-called white man, verse 2, chapter 2 and 1 of Luke. "And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed." See, they was taxing everything. Okay. That takes me to the Greeks. Now the Maccabees showed who the Edomites was, but they gonna take it out of the Bible. See, they trying to hide the operation. So they said, let's take the Maccabees out. It's telling too much about our business. It's gonna identify who he is, but we need to take this book out. Now Alexander the Freak, Alexander, who they call the Great, he was the first king over Greece. So that third beast in Daniel that was made of brass, that was Alexander the Great and his successor. Now just like Caesar Augustus, when he pretty much was taxing the whole world, the Greeks did the same thing. The Edomites that was ruling during the Greek Empire, they did the same thing. This First Maccabees 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all shall be one people, and everyone shall leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. So that's the same thing Habakkuk said. Esau gonna gather unto him all people and all nations. Now let me jump over and identify who the Greeks was. First Maccabees 5:3. It says, and then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea. See, that's what he said in Ezekiel 35. He was against all Idumea. And the Idumea is just another word for Edom or Esau. It's First Maccabees 5:3. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea. See, Antiochus was the Greeks. He took over after Alexander the Great, and after Alexander the Great died, he was ruling over Greece. So he was fighting against the Israelites, because during the Maccabees, they went down there to try to tell them they got to follow the Greek laws, and they went to fighting them. Judas and his brother stood up and went fighting against the Greeks. So the Greeks was fighting the Israelites, and it says that Judas Maccabees fought against the children of Esau. The Greeks was the children of Esau. And we all know that the Greeks was the so-called white man, just like the Romans was the so-called white man. See, all of these people are Edomites. And in 1681, that's when they started naming themselves white people. See, you never heard nobody talking about no white people before 1681. And if they did, it wasn't it didn't do no it didn't influence nobody else to do it. But once they did it and put it in law in 1681, then all of them started calling themselves white people. The Edomites in Spain, they started calling themselves white people. The Edomites in France, they started calling themselves white people. The Edomites in Britain, the Edomites in Germany, the Edomites all over them, Romania, Poland, Russia, they all started calling themselves white people. And they came over here to Babylon the Great America to get land and a slave. See, they was giving these people benefits to get land and a slave. So the Maccabees exposed that fourth kingdom, which is the Edomites. See, and how Daniel worded it is where they can't slither out of it. See, once he say the fourth kingdom, now you let it be known it's a kingdom that's gonna be ruling. It's a government that's gonna be ruling. See, and that fourth government is certified. said, prophesy against Mount Seir. Let me get it out of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 28. Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms. See, that fourth kingdom is the great kingdom. I said it was great and dreadful and terrible, devouring the whole earth. See, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. So we were supposed to prophesy against these kingdoms. That was the mission. That's the commission right there. See, they want to go with go and preach to every nation, baptizing every nation. But see, that the main thing of the prophets was to prophesy against these kingdoms. See, now, Apostle Paul talked about it in Ephesians 6. He says, verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. See, we not against these individual small groups. See, we not against militias. We not against the Ku Klux Klan. See, we not focusing on them. Now, we're against them, but they make up a nation. They make up a kingdom. See, we're not dealing with small people. See, that flesh and blood pretty much stands for small things. I do not own the copyright to the building once again. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality. See, that principality stands for kingdom and government. What it say? Sire, or dang, I forget the name. It stands for king. Your Majesty, one of them. It pretty much stands for a kingdom. Now it says against power. Now looking at Romans 13, most people understand powers is talking about the government. And then it says against the rulers of the darkness of this world. So the rulers of this world, the government, those people that's governing the world, that's controlling the world. See, it says against spiritual wickedness in high places. So these people that's controlling the world and the government, they work in witchcraft. See, they got people in the freaking government that's bringing up all kind of names of false gods. They're not praying to the Christian God no more. They're praying to all kind of other gods. These people doing all kind of witchcraft in the government. That's why they have the secret societies, the Skull and Bones, the Freemasons. They got the what you call it, the Church of Satan. See, these people got all kind of stuff. They sacrifice the children They're having blood sacrifices over there in the Bohemian Grove. They're sacrificing babies. See, that's why it's in high places. And who was going over there to the Bohemian Grove? A bunch of presidents, a bunch of governors, a bunch of senators. See, it wasn't no Ku Klux Klan. It wasn't a Ku Klux Klan. It was a bunch of nobodies. And then, look what he said in verse 11. He identified them also as the devil. He said, put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, the devil is that fourth kingdom. The devil, let's get it. Again, Revelation. That dragon that had the 10 heads, just like the fourth kingdom got the 10 heads. What did he call it? Revelation 12 and 9, it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. See, them 10 horns, them 10 kings, that was connected to that fourth kingdom. That fourth kingdom was the devil and was Satan. See, it was not no fallen angel, rebellious angel. It was the so-called white man. That's who it was. See, it was the United States of America. They Poland and Russia, not Russia, but Poland and Germany, all these allies of America. The 10 kings, Spain, France, all these other kingdoms that's ran by the so-called white man, that has the euro, that has the dollar, the pound, the Canadian dollar. See, these currencies is the money of the government of the so-called white man. He got his face on it. These are the top currencies. You look at the top currencies in the world, this is the so-called white man's currency. See? So, just like Ephesians, Apostle Paul said the same thing. The devil is the government. And it ain't just any government, it's the government of the so-called Edomites. The children of Esau. Let me go back to Ephesians. Ephesians says something else. Ephesians 6 and 16. It says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So this the wicked, we know who that is. See, that's not talking about just any government. It's talking about the wicked. Who is the wicked? Malachi 1 and 4. Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build a desolate place. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them, meaning the Edomites, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So they the border of wickedness. See, they the beginning and the end of wickedness. And they the ones that he was talking about in Ephesians. Let me get Galatians. He talked about him in Galatians. Galatians chapter 1, verse 4. Same thing like Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. It says, who gave himself for our sins that he might deliver us from this present evil world, according to the will of God and our Father. So this world is evil. Because and it's ran by the so-called white man. See, that's why they come to your city. They got cars and houses, but they buy a freaking motorcycle like a toy. And like at Christmas time, when all the little kids get together and they get on their bikes that their mama done bought them for Christmas, they get on the bike and ride around town. See, they get on the bike and ride around town and show off their bicycle. Look what I got for Christmas. This is what the so-called white man do. See, most states ain't got no motorcycle. They got to go buy some kind of motorbike or some kind of scooter and try to blend in. But see, these Edomites, they coming with a straight $100,000 bike. See, they got Harley Davidson. They got major paint jobs. They got radios coming out. See, this is their kingdom, the fourth kingdom that's ruling. See, and their kingdom is gonna fall because it's an evil world. This present, and when he wrote Galatians, the Romans was ruling. The Edomites was in control. Oh, let me get that. First Thessalonians, one of the first books that the Apostle Paul wrote. This 2 Thessalonians, starting at verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. So it's a man that's going to be deceiving people, or a nation. So that man stands for a nation. It says, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man shall be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, I'm going to get to the point. He says in verse 6, he says, and now ye know what withheld that he might be revealed in his time, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. That's the Greeks, Romans. They was already ruling during this time, because they was finna attack the Israelites, and they was finna imprison Paul and kill Paul. It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed. So he's talking about that wicked. He's going back to Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Because they was known, the nation of Edom was known as the wicked. And the Romans, the so-called white man, was ruling at that time. Yahushua talked about this kingdom too. But no, I don't think this is red letter. But in Luke, it talked about the fourth kingdom, and it talked about what was gonna happen. I'm gonna just get starting at verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Verse 71, that we shall be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Verse 74, that he will grant unto us that we been delivered out of the hand of our enemies might serve him without fear. Now when Yahushua come and set up his kingdom, Daniel talked about that. Now Daniel already identified the fourth kingdom, but he's going to tell you how the Israelites is going to be delivered. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of your people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time your people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So the angel Michael and the Yahushua and the other angels, they're going to deliver the Israelites in their time of trouble when these Edomites come with all wrath. So that's what the fourth kingdom is going to do. Let's go ahead and get the end of the fourth kingdom. How it's going to go down. Starting at 2nd Ezra 16 and 68, it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered to idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach, and trodden under the foot. So this fourth kingdom, this beast is gonna present a grain of rice, a sea hill, a charagma, a yoke, like Revelation 6, that pair of balances. He's gonna present that yoke to try to enslave the whole world. And those that consent to him, they're going to be had in derision. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like mad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be tried like gold in the fire once these Edomites, the fourth kingdom, come with all burning wrath, because they know they got a short period of time. And they're going to try to bring an ultimatum on the Israelites And because the Israelites, according to Deuteronomy 28 and 48, they in want of all things to the so-called white man. Everything they need, the food, the clothing, the shelter, they gotta go to the so-called white man to get it. So when he get angry, come with all wrath, he gonna withdraw everything he offers. And so that's gonna be the hour of temptation for the Israelites at the end of this fourth kingdom. And we right here at the end of the fourth kingdom. See, this kingdom is finished. The economy is $1 trillion in debt. Water is contaminated. The food is contaminated. They serving poison. They're trying to make food. See, the women are destroyed. The men are destroyed. They switching genders, but you don't know if it's a man or it's a woman. There's a bunch of confusion going on. Oh, this kingdom, fourth kingdom, is finished. Esau is the end of the world. See, they only, the Most High, he ain't cutting the time short yet because he's letting the elect be sealed. But once they are sealed, he's gonna bring this kingdom to an end and let these Edomites unleash their wrath on the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Because the 2/3 is choosing to be in love with their slave master and believe that they're not in slavery. See, I can go around and see and get all these motorcycles, and most of these people gonna be Edomites on the motorcycle. You're not gonna see a bunch of Israelites on a motorcycle. You're gonna see them on a bicycle riding by. You're not gonna see a bunch of them on these motorcycles, and then these cars coming from all kind of cities and states. See, they can just jump on a motorcycle and come to Florida, go to North Carolina. See, they got gas money, hotel money. For the hotel, they shoot the hotels up 50, 60%. So you got to have some money to do that. And most of these Edomites is on these motorcycles and participating in this folly. Because this is their kingdom, and they are descendants of the slave masters who was getting free labor for 200-something years. Then they set up the redlining and the housing equity, the housing market, to keep them in the high, upper class, where they can give their houses to their children, and their children can keep getting the equity and keep staying at the high level, a high class. While the Negroes is redlined, and they old, they parents get old, and the house get taken, or an Edomite come and say, I'll give you some chump change for your house. So once they attack the Israelites and kick them out of their houses, this was going to happen next. Isaiah 34, on that verse 5. It says, my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So that even though they're going to attack in these last days, those nuclear missiles is going to come from Russia and blow these Edomites to smithereens. See, all of their riches and all of their money that they got from the slave masters is going to be destroyed. He says, verse 6, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lamb and goat, with the fat of kidneys of ram. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Mount. Now that Moses is talking about a miracle. That Moses is talking about Babylon the Great. See, it's going to be a great cookout. So this will come. This is going to burn up these people. They're going to be burned up. It says a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Get how that slaughter going to happen. Let's go back to Malachi. Now Malachi, it started off talking about the Edomites, so it's talking about the same situation. Idumea. This is how their destruction is going to happen. Malachi 4:1, it says, for behold, the day cometh, that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, says the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Look at verse 3. It says, and ye shall tread down the wicked, but they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, says the Lord of hosts. See, that's why it says in Romans 15:4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So we got hope and we got patience because we know the Lord is going to destroy this fourth kingdom. He's going to destroy the so-called white man. See, he's going to burn them to ashes. Let's get a description of how these Americans is going to be burnt to smithereens. Zechariah 14:12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. See, the Edomites are the main ones that's shedding the blood of the children of Israel. That's Ezekiel 35:5. Joel 3:13. For the violence toward the children of Israel. It says, this is Zechariah 14:12. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So while they standing on their feet, they gonna get burnt up. See, the Lord gonna burn these Edomites to ashes. See, they enjoying their heaven and their fourth kingdom, but that fourth kingdom is gonna be burnt up. He gonna burn they behind up. Let's get it out of Revelation. Revelation 16 and 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came into remembrance before God to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. So that's how this great city, Babylon, America, is going to be blown to smithereens. See, Revelation 18 and 18. It says, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? What city is like the city of America? Well, you got these Edomites, the so-called white men, the slave master children. They having a good, wonderful time in Babylon the Great. See, they got food flying off the shelf. See, food is cheap and in abundance. They can't run out of food. There's so much food. They got to throw the food away in the garbage. See, majority of the food is being thrown away because it's going bad. That's how much food these people got. See, this fourth kingdom is gonna be burnt up to smithereens. And they're gonna be saying, look at America. America, did y'all see the smoke coming from over there? It's still burning. See, these Americans are still burning in the fire. Russia done shot the nuke and done blew they behind up. That's why you got the movie Terminator. You got the movie, what is it? 12 Monkeys. Where they got to live underground. You got the Matrix, where they done blow the whole place up. You got the movie Planet of the Apes, where the nukes hit and the Statue of Liberty was sitting on the beach. The Statue of Liberty sitting on the beach, and Heston, whatever the dude who played in the Ten Commandments, he said, "You blew it up, you bastard! You blew it up." Cause they already know that they're gonna blow it up. Sure, all through the movie of the Planet of the Apes, they were showing how they gonna blow up the place. That's why they trying to go to another planet. That's why they digging bunkers all in the ground. They got $1 million bunkers under the ground. So while you under the ground digging bunkers, they got refrigerators, food, movie theaters. They already know that they finna get blowed up. Let me get it out of Revelation real quick. This also proves the fourth kingdom is the Edomites. They're the only people that's digging bunkers under the ground. Revelation 6 and 15. The kings of the earth. See, who's the kings of the earth? The so-called white men. It says, and the great men and the rich men. See, who got the dollar, the pound, and the euro? Who face on it? And the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountain. See, that's them bunkers. They hide from them nuclear missiles. So they know they coming. It says, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. See, they hiding in them bunkers. You got Bill Gates, he digging under the ground. See, on his properties, he got $5 million bunkers on all of his property. So just in case something pop off, he can slide into his bunker and go deep down into the ground. So when them nuclear missiles come, he can't get hit. But see, he not gonna. If he in America, he's not gonna make it. There's gonna be so many missiles coming that they can't get away with that one operation. But I'm gonna close out. We close out with Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, says the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth that brought the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth that brought the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them. And I will bring them again into that land that I gave to their fathers." So the Israelites are going back home. When America is destroyed, the Israelites are going back home. Okay, let's see how long. Let's go back to Daniel. Daniel chapter 7. How long they going back home? It says, was it 7 and 18. It says, "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." So they going back to Jerusalem and they gonna rule forever. It ain't gonna be no, the heathens is gonna come up and fight and get the rulership back. No. Israelites is gonna have the rulership forever. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to these elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.